All right, buckle up, because this is where it gets spicy. Listen to this. Mayo looks officially tired of YouTubers and podcasters playing with his name, and he's demanding respect now. For the past 5 or 6 years, we've all watched the culture shift as rappers stepped away from music and jumped headfirst into content and podcasting. Joe Budden was really the blueprint here, the first to make that move and actually win, which pushed a lot of rappers who were done rapping to grab mics in a different way. But hold up, what Joe didn't exactly warn them about is that podcasting is way harder than it looks. Creating content, running YouTube, that takes non-stop consistency. And on top of that, you need a personality people actually want to hear from every single day. It's not just turning on a mic and reacting to whatever's trending that week. You need a real point of view, something that separates you from everybody else. You got to add your own flavor to the space, because if you don't, trust me, you'll fade out fast. So whenever you see a rapper-led podcast really sticking and gaining traction, that usually means they're built for this. I'm talking about shows like Fat Joe and Jadakiss, and of course, Let's Rap About It with Jim Jones, Mayo, Fabulous, and Dave East. And just last month, Joe Budden sat down with Jim Jones on his platform, where they got into a real conversation about gatekeeping, especially in the podcast world.
Talking about gatekeeping, right? Do you think gatekeeping is a thing that needs to be implemented sometimes, or do you think that it should always be the Wild West as far as podcasting or even maybe the music industry? Because gatekeeping, as much as I hate it, keep some rules and regulations to how things happen. So the oversaturated population of artists is like gatekeeping definitely used to help that out.
I'm a fan of gatekeeping. I'm just not a fan. Who's at the gate?
What?
Yeah.
That got it.
Nah,
that was it. That was the illest shit.
Live in a community where the guests come, they got to call up. Who is the person at the gate?
So think about that. I'm thinking about the podcasting and you. How do you feel about artists like myself now jumping into the podcast games so frequently?
I love it. The more the merrier. The more the merrier of is like me jumping in rappers. Like I get mad at. Well, I used to get mad. I don't get mad no more. I used to get mad at like the Leonardo DiCaprio that I got a podcast, and I was like, all right, that's cheating. You cheating now. It's like me. Go ahead. I ain't gatekeeping. It's too much out here. It's too much. My money ain't your money. Your money ain't my money. I don't think nobody's in the way.
How you feel about the podcasters that very irresponsible? I don't want to name no names, but they
are very irresponsible.
People, very irresponsible. Talk about people, downgrade people, kick people when they down, clickbait, all the nasty side of it.
Oh, see that's that.
And they are some of them are very big. Some of them are making millions and millions of dollars off of the rhetoric that they kicking and shit like that.
Now, listen to this. Hassan Campbell was not feeling that conversation at all. He basically said, hold up, y'all came into our lane, and now you want to talk about gatekeeping something you didn't even build in the first place.
Carefully, Joe Budden's trying to clean it up, but Jim Jones said gatekeeping, the music industry and podcasting. He named those two specifically. Now, he didn't gatekeep in the music industry. He played a big part in that. Kept a lot of dudes out. But now you're talking about gatekeeping when it comes to podcasting, something that you used to diss. And now that the hip-hop community, the rap game is over, I've been told y'all for years that the rap game was on life support. And while the rap game was dying, they didn't say nothing. They didn't announce it because they wanted to make sure that they could stay at the table no matter what. But now, in these YouTube streets that I created, my lane right here, now you having conversations that's going to lead the conversations to the people that's in the higher ups to start suppressing that was here before you. Not on my watch. That's something right there that'll spill over to the streets. That'll spill over to the streets. All you YouTubers that's been on YouTube before Jim Jones got here should be taking his statement personal. Because the reality of it is, everybody that's in this section, well, they bunched us into this section, well, they bunched into this section too. And the reality of it is Jim Jones, Fabulous, Maino, and Davies. These form the Temptations. Nights like this, and their numbers is trash. And some of us is on these platforms by ourselves. Done motivated other people to come over here. I know I'm the top motivator on this section right here. I created that. And see me, I'm not in competition with nobody. But then you think you gonna come in these YouTube streets? It's amazing how for so many years, bloggers, YouTubers was getting dissed by these rappers. Now y'all coming to the table thinking that y'all running something. Not on my watch. It'll get real in the battlefield before I let y'all come up in here and suppress us.
Now, listen. While Mayo was going back and forth with DJ Akademiks last month, Akademiks jumped in echoing that same energy. He was basically like, hold up, you rappers turned podcasters are stepping into my lane now, the YouTube and podcast space. And he made it clear he wasn't about to let that slide. Here's how he put it. Boy, you couldn't even win a rap battle. Don't come over here thinking you can win a battle on these microphones where we're actually talking and trading ideas. I keep telling y'all I'm Jay-Z, Kareem, Wilt, Michael Jordan, and Giannis, Tom Brady all rolled into one. You can't F with me. Come on, stop playing. So let me talk to you real quick. When you talking, let me hear what you really saying.
Nah, it's either you understand or you don't. Period, point blank. You understand? And when you speak about fashion and when you speak about wearing the day, let me just give you some game.
You can't give me no game.
Oh. Tim's, Air Force.
Hold on. Let me just address that real quick.
Tim's, and when you speak about time, it's either you a lame or you not. It's either you with it or you not. It's either you understand or you don't.
Respectfully, Mayo, Jim Jones, y'all can't teach me a thing. Let me give you the real truth. Hold up, let me break this down clearly. And yeah, screenshot this and spread it everywhere. Y'all went from lobby boys straight to pod boys. First, y'all were grinding on the block in the streets. Then you flipped that grind into microphones and rap careers. Now you're trying to hustle on my block, the block I built from nothing. Everything you're doing right now, every move you're making, I helped build that. Don't forget that. So don't call me lame when I never stepped into your lane. I never came over there like, yo, I can't get no money. So listen to me. I never said, can I sell a brick over here? I never said, my blank slow over there. I never asked, can I start rapping? Nah, rap slowed down. Nobody checking for y'all anymore. Facts, right? Y'all couldn't really get it popping anymore. And I'm not here to encourage anybody to do anything in the streets. But let's be clear, you're on my block now. My block is the podcast and broadcasting lane. You standing on my block. So how could I possibly be the lame? The lady of the block you messing with, ask her about it. What? Why you sitting there quiet? I helped create this whole schlit. And I'm one of the reasons radio is dead. I did that. Yeah, the so-called lame did that. So if I built the block you trying to hustle on, you can't tell me a damn thing. What are you even talking about? No, really, what are you talking about? You went from lobby boys to pod boys. That's not debatable. So what are you talking about right now? I've been getting money in this lane for 15 years. That's not opinion, that's factual. Your block slowed all the way up. Your hustle lost its momentum. Your whole schlit got shut down. So now it's like, all right, let's pivot. Let's slide over to where I've got things popping. And today, on their brand new episode, the very first episode of the new year, Maino had plenty to say about this whole situation. Here's exactly what he said.
What's up, Spiz?
Do you have to earn respect in starting a new career, or is influence enough? How y'all feel?
I mean, it's a bunch of hoe ass on YouTube mad at rappers because they.
What just happened?
What?
What just happened?
What happened with what?
We were having a civilized conversation, bro. What? Where we just went to?
I'm saying it's a bunch of hoe ass on YouTube crying about rappers and artists doing podcasts and angry about that. And I'm just like, it don't matter. We can do whatever we want to do. I'm never complaining about what another man do with his time and his effort.
Right. I mean, from reading the question, I would say influence works in a lot of ways. It could propel you to the top of anything if you have the right influence. And then on the flip side, sometimes you got to put your work in to get that respect you need to excel in whatever line of work you in. Like, but things have changed. Before in the music, you had to pay your dues. That was putting your work in. And now it's not so much.
In music?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh, music. right, music.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of going off like the same.
No, but I'm saying whole ass niggas has got a problem with artists and rappers doing podcasting. Is what I'm saying. Like they have a problem with that, as if it's a problem, and I don't understand what the problem is.
Because they feel they created a lane for themselves, and they didn't know that we was going to invade that shit.
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah,
your lane is your lane. What you eat do not make nobody over here shit.
I understand that.
So, and in life, I feel like you still got to put in work for everything. It don't matter.
Facts.
It doesn't matter what the industry is. You still got to work for yours. You still got to get up every day, do the work. Nobody gonna make things easier for you just because you have a certain level of popularity. You still got to do the work.
A certain level of popularity can make your work easier for you.
You think so?
100%.
You could be accepted. I feel like you could be accepted quicker based on your popularity or whatever influence you got.
So what we just did in 3 months compared to numerous amounts of people that have been trying to do podcasts, you would think that was just because what? You don't think influence has anything to do with that?
So what? I didn't hear you.
I said what we just did in this podcast in 3 months, and there have been numerous amounts of podcasts can't even complete this type of mission in years. Do you think that influence didn't have nothing to do with that?
Yes, but we still had to work for it.
100%.
There you go, 100%. We still had to work for it because the thing is, the influence is there, right? But you just can't go to sleep.
100%. You got to put the work in.
There you go. No matter what.
Hard work beats talent any day if that talent ain't putting in.
It's not like niggas just sitting up here and going, "Hey, we on the podcast. Watch us." Nobody's just sitting up here just acting like, you know, it's just a thing just to have a certain level of popularity. And don't get it fucked up. Everybody in this room work for whatever level of popularity they have.
100%.
So no matter what,
it's work.
It's not given.
Right.
Period. Point blank. So you not give a fuck about these whole niggas?
How did we get back to the whole niggas?
Oh, all right. I just I'm just understanding.
Nice
like, just trying to understand.
You was making your point. You was over making your point. I wanted people to hear it. It wasn't about the whole niggas.
Sometimes it is.
All right, let's talk about it. You want to talk about these whole niggas?
No, I'm just saying.
You?
The thing is, I'm tired of the whining. The baby shit, the crying over.
It ain't gonna never stop, man.
You know what? You're right, Mr. David.
Now, personally, I don't believe in gatekeeping when it comes to content. We've seen it happen in every corner of the entertainment business. People always chase what's hot. And right now, the two hottest lanes are streaming and podcasting. Just like anything else, the people who aren't really passionate are eventually going to fall off. Every single day, we're watching more and more rappers jump into streaming or podcasting. Rappers I honestly thought were already straight financially. I still don't understand why Wiz Khalifa is streaming. Somebody please explain that one to me. And recently, Moneybagg Yo's girl, Ari the Don, and now she's about to start streaming too. Who the fuck is actually tuning in for that? I genuinely have no idea. But just like podcasting, a lot of people are going to step in and crash out. If you don't really love it, that's going to be obvious real quick. But if I'm Hassan Campbell, I'm actually glad more people are entering this space because that means more eyes and more money flowing through the lane. That also means more investors are going to start paying attention to this type of content. For example, Hassan Campbell just landed a podcast deal with DJ Vlad, and that deal probably doesn't happen if Vlad didn't see how much buzz this lane has right now. So personally, if I'm eating good and cashing checks, I'm not mad at anyone pulling up to this space. But I want to hear from y'all in the comments. Do you think Hassan Campbell is making more sense, or do you feel like Mo has a stronger point? Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch y'all later, man.